We've talked about it before when fans start booing, you know, which we hate because we're martial artists. We want time to actually show our art in every aspect. When these fans start booing like that, like you just mentioned, they've spent a month's worth of pay to come out and party and enjoy these fights, and they want to see violence and they want to see blood. And if they're not getting that,
you saw it in the main event last week.
Right.
And even Mark Goddard fell to it. Like, he stood them up.
He started
twice.
standing them up.
Can I add to that? Which can I add to that? That's completely fucking wrong, bro. Like, you cannot allow the crowd to take over. Dude, Hamza was doing work. He was controlling. Like, I feel like, and you're 100% right, RDR. He allowed the crowd to get to him, and he's bringing them up. There's something that's called being clean and competitive, and we have to forget, dude, that as much as the UFC is an entertainment company, you still have to keep it pure sport. You know, this is the same reason why me and Kamaru talk about all the time. Like, what's harder, wrestling or MMA? It's like, man, with wrestling, you just never knew who the hell you were wrestling. But that being said, just to go back to a little bit of what Mark Goddard did, what if it happened to Kamaru a little bit? Kush, I'm gonna throw your fucking name out there because people need to hear this shit. When he was dominating Leon Edwards, and I was so fucking pissed. Like, I was like, whatever. He let them up. Homeboy, what's his name? Herb Dean ended up, putting him up in the center where Kamaru was completely controlling. He wasn't stalling. He was beating up that dude's knees. Like, he was working. Dude, what happened next? I mean, Kamaru fucking took a kick, and that put a stain in his damn legacy. You looking at that position, Kamaru, RDR. Do you guys feel like that's fair? And should we also hold these referees accountable? And I'm a big fan of Mark Goddard, but man, those are big mistakes, bro, that causes people a fucking paycheck and stains the legacy.
Even in this one, it was a moment where triggers got a little dangerous after it. It's just some fighters, they can get distracted by those moments as well. They get set up and I'm fuck, why did I get set up? And then the guy's already coming at you. I don't think that's what happened in the Leon fight, but just stay away. As a referee, you have the best seat in the house. Just have a look.
Right.
Kamaru, though, answer that for me, Kush, because I feel like people forget about that. I truly do. I feel like people forget about that.
You know, the rationale in me always comes out. So here's where it's at. It happened to me twice. There was a moment, if you go back and watch when I actually won the title, when I was fighting Tyron Woodley, there's a moment, I think it was maybe in the 4th round, because I had taken him down every round. I was probably 15 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes of control time on the ground. And there was a moment in that 4th round where I had him down, I'm hitting him with shoulder strikes, and we get stood up by Mark Goddard. And if you go back, you can listen to the broadcast. Even Joe Rogan and Dominic Cruz were talking about it. Like, why is he standing him up? He's working. I worked to get myself into that position. And it should be up to the fighter to improve his position, to work to get out of the position, not the referee to save them. So yes, I don't think so. But now the rationale in me goes, Henry, like you mentioned, this is an entertainment company, right? And the referee also understands that part of his, I don't know, maybe the unwritten part of his job is to facilitate an entertaining event, an entertaining, sporting event. And so that's what I do think some of the referees get caught up in, to where it's like, oh, the fight's not looking that entertaining. I don't want to just be part of this boring fight, and I know the UFC is going to hate this. All right, guys, stand up. Let's just throw fists. I think it's a little bit of both of those, which I don't necessarily think it's right, because as a fighter, you're blessed with these 2 hands and 2 feet, so you should be able to control your position.
I get that, Kamaru, but man, now it kind of pisses me off, dude, because I was there and fucking saw it.